Here is my Mega Kangaskhan raid duo with my fiancée Morefish. The moveset I believe is Mud Slap with Outrage in rainy weather, so we're not getting a rainy weather bonus. And mostly posting this because A, it's my first ever Mega Raid. If you're not familiar with my channel, kind of been boycotting Mega Raids, but the recent update to the Mega Raid and Mega Evolution system has made me feel a lot better about it. And then I also wanted to show off just how laid back or easy these Mega Raids can be, because as you can see, I'm not using the best of the best stuff, and Morefish over here definitely is not using the best of the best stuff. So yeah, figured I'd go through the raid with you and, highlight some of my picks. So leading in here, this is actually my Ultra League Shadow Machamp. I only have 3 raid or level 40-ish Machamps. So out of the options that I do have powered up, I don't have a Conkeldurr powered up. This is one of my better options, right? Dynamic Punch is better than Cross Chop, but Cross Chop is good enough to the point where if it's your PvP Pokemon, there really isn't a whole lot of incentive to change over to Dynamic Punch. And you can also see here that I am dodging the Outrages. Usually dodging, the attacks from the raid boss is a DPS loss, but because we already failed this attempt, we tried it once, this is our second attempt, I knew that we'd have to relobby 2 times without dodging, and relobbying can take an exponential amount of time in terms of, trying to actually do the raid. So avoiding that relobby is kind of a bigger priority. So wherever I can dodge, I am trying to dodge. As you can tell, I'm not the most expert dodger here, but overall ends up being pretty good. This here is Madude, also my Master League Madude, and you can see it's got Stone Edge, which is kind of interesting. I gave it that for the Premier Cup Master League, the first Premier Cup. I figured it'd be a cheeky way to surprise, Gyarados, Dragonites, and Togekisses in the meta, because they'd know that they could take on a Rock Slide, but do they know that they can't take on a Stone Edge? So that was my cheeky plan with that one. I don't play a whole lot of Master League though, so it doesn't come out all that often. Then here we have Dudette. Dudette is my original gym and raid fighting Machamp from back in the day. Used to be named Madude, but then I realized that it was a female, so I changed it to Dudette. And now my Master League Machamp holds the title of Madude, being a male dude, I guess. But yeah, just slinging away with the dynamic punches. You can see we're making pretty good time if you look at the health bar. But we haven't had to hit our relobby yet, and I know that at least one relobby is going to be guaranteed for us. Now here we have a Machamp I made specifically for raids as well back in the day. Its name is Fast. It's not powered up all the way to level 40, but what Fast does have going on for it is a high attack IV, a high HP IV, but a low defense IV. So if you're not familiar, you get energy gains from the damage you take on. And so the theory behind Fast here is that it can reach its dynamic punches a little bit faster because it takes more fast move damage from most raid bosses. I don't think I built Fast for a specific raid boss to take advantage of that. It was just a cheeky idea from the Machamps I had when I was trying to do, I think, more Reggies at the time, or something like that. Then here we have Captain Hands, Hariyama, which is just a weather boosted Hariyama I caught back in the day. And it's got big hands, so I named it Captain Hands. Because look at those hands. It's Hariyama with the big hands. But yeah, you can see here we're doing pretty excellent on time. We haven't hit the first relobby yet, so things are looking pretty promising. And yeah, as far as my team goes, you can see that it is kind of a ragtag group of Pokemon. Not all of them are level 40. If you could see, I should have had Morefish record so you could see her Pokemon. But all of her stuff is level 30 to level 35. And she even has a Breloom that she's using. And the Breloom has counter. And the Breloom also has Seed Bomb. And in her defense, I did tell her to just make sure the stuff has counter. I didn't consider Seed Bomb being a problem. And I did make sure that the Machamps and the Hariyamas there had Dynamic Punch. But I didn't think about Breloom. I didn't think about that. So you can see there, I tried to back out before Hariyama got KO'd, and that's because if you back out, you can save time, because actually getting KO'd gives you a different screen, right? And you can see there I also have a preset team of just these fighting type Pokemon, so when I do heal up my Pokemon, I can just swap to that rather than having to reselect them, and that saves a ton of time. So yeah, if you are attempting to do these duo kind of clears and you know that relobbying is going to have to happen, having a preset team saves you a massive amount of time when it comes to that. And at this point, I'm kind of done dodging because right now I'm just kind of trying to clear the raid boss. I know that given the time and my Pokemon, I'm not going to have to relobby that second time, so I may as well, turn all of that outrage damage into energy. If I wanted to be even more precise about it, I'd be swapping out after, throwing my dynamic punches, so I wouldn't get KO'd by the outrage, so the next thing in would just gain more energy from the outrage, but I didn't really feel like it mattered that much, but that's another bit of speed tech that you can bring in there. So yeah, that's my first Mega Raid ever. Kudos to Niantic. You can see there I got 3 KM, so Ryan Swag, D-Fitter, Spoofer, confirmed. Look at those crazy KMs. Nobody walks that much in a day. Insanity. But yeah, I really do appreciate the changes that Niantic has made to the whole Mega system. I think it's a lot more approachable now, where before it felt like a Mega rental system. It really wasn't that enjoyable. And I think making it duoable for, semi-competent players, let's not comment on what you just saw there. For semi-competent players, I think that's really nice because once people have their Mega Evolution, especially now that Mega Evolution can be technically free, I think a lot of people won't want to hit up these Mega Raids. So, having it so that you could do it on your own or just do it with one friend is also a pretty big boon too. But yeah, this might invigorate me to do some more content like this in the future. If you are interested in this, comment below and let me know your interest. And if you do like this content, you want to see more like it, well, make sure to subscribe to SwagTips.